Yeah, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of Urban Tasters with your boy Grouse, if not me, who else? Back with a very great episode. Very anticipated episode. Been wanting to put this one together for a while, but just been being kind of stingy. Lately I've been smoking on this weed goes by the name of Zours. Zours. What Zours is, it's supposed to be a mixture of New York sour diesel and Zittles. But it's supposed to be like a Pacific strand of sour diesel, which makes it so potent. Um, but I first got it, I was told like, man, this shit gonna have you feeling like '05, '06. I'm like, nah. Well, it was. Um, like I said, for me myself, if anybody know me, you know, I always been solid, man. You mean love, solid D, cat piss, whatever you want to call it. But that was always one of my favorite kinds. So when this was introduced to me, it was a pretty cool thing. And this is a very unique episode because I actually know the back origin of this. I mean, I've been smoking it myself for the last few months, probably since like back in like July, August. And it's been like my personal thing because it is pretty pricey, extremely pricey, to be honest. I mean, for the average person that they're not spending that money just on a let me get it. But if you are a true connoisseur and you do like good, good, and you do like good flowers, you will look away at the price because of the quality. Also, too, I don't smoke it as much as the other stuff. That's the thing why I tell people when you spend more money on it, you don't smoke as much. I could buy an ounce for $125 and it'd be gone in 3 days. I can buy an ounce for $250 and I still have pieces of it weeks later. So this is one of those specific strains. It's grown from some cats out in Cali, go by the name of Hall of Flames. I actually have a variety of, strains from them that I have compiled lately. Um, but Hall of Flames, I mean, like I said, Zours is their signature brand, but these specific growers also grow other strains. I had some LA Runts by them, some lemon cherry zittles, LA Runts, shoot, names go on and on. I mean, I get quite a few flavors from them. Um, and like I said, to me, I like it. I mean, I got a lot of people that got like high end, top shelf. You know, I mean, for me, I cut people in the day and age where they just put a high price on it and turn it into a high price situation, and it don't be. Even when this came about, I was kind of skeptical because it was like $250 for 28 grams. So I was like, damn, that's kind of steep. But then I had to remember back when Loud first came out, and it was 550 an ounce and 7,000 for a pound. Like I'll remember. So I'm like, you know what, man, if you want some good quality, try it. So the guy actually was just trying it with us. And so, like I said, we got nice free samples. Sat there, smoked like an eighth. He rolled up in his raw papers, gave us some to roll up in our Dutches, gave us some to roll up in the other ping palms. Like he made sure we got the sampler very well to make the decision. And I was heavily excited. Um, the uniqueness to me the taste is strange. And I mean, if anybody know about cultivating, which most people don't, you can grow the same plant and have parts of the plant that doesn't taste the same. I don't know if anybody ever known this, but I mean, most people just grab, they don't really care. But they got certain types of weed that have different tastes depending on what part of the tree it came from. how it was set up and everything. Excuse my phone for like a silence. But it had different parts form different tastes. So with this Zours strand, one of them has like a candy taste to it, and one of them has more like a sour diesel taste to it. Now I don't know if that's the Zittles in it, because I think Zittles is something kind of like a candy flavor on its own. So that mean that part of it or that plant is predominantly Zittles. That's why it has the candy aroma, candy taste, and then other plants are predominantly that. What I do notice in the purchasing, the one that's the more like the sour, which is the potent one, comes in smaller forms, where the candy one comes in a bigger, poofier form. So I guess that's probably the bigger plants is the candy one, and the smaller plants is the one that's more potent. But knowing what I know about marijuana, all the crazy strands like the gas packs, they grow in small plants. That's how it always was. I don't know if anybody ever purchased some weed and be like, this shit is tight, but that shit some gas. Then you buy some shit that's big as a pillow and you be smoking this shit back to back, like, man, this shit's some bullshit. That's why, because of that situation. It's just a simple fact. It's all about in the process and the strand that it is. Some strands are only made to grow a certain height. Can't make it grow two times as height just because you want it to. That's just what it is. But more of the more potent ones are, in my theory, because I love science. I also love growing shit, vegetables, things like that. So I learned the taller the stalk, the less in the taste. All my fruit and vegetables that stay lower to the ground taste amazing. Anything that goes up has a weaker taste as it goes up the vine. If I pick off something lower down, it tastes great. At the top, it I can't say the taste dies out, but it's not as good as the ones that's coming from the bottom closer to the dirt, if that makes sense to you. So that's what I think the theory is. But let's get rolling. Cause like I said, this been his hours all day. Normally when I smoke the shit all day, it's always something loaded up. Cause it has like a certain kick to it to where you can hit 3 or 4 puffs. Oh, okay, go and do something and come back and hit it and start smoking again. It works exactly like that. Like it's very good potency and it's consistency and the taste is amazing. Like I said, tonight we go smoke these Dutches. And I know a lot of people gonna ask me, oh, it looks like a bigger L. It is a bigger L, only because truthfully, I rolled this L maybe hold on, blackout. It's over half a L. But I rolled this L hmm, about 2 hours ago. And I just hit it 3 or 4 times, put it down, start doing the task, pick it up, hit it again a couple more times, do a task. Cause like I said, to me, I'm not gonna say I never smoked one straight through, but I was always with people. So as far as smoking a facial of this shit straight through, nah, I'd be lying if I said I did. I mean, normally I mix it with other kinds, but for this video, and I tell people I love the authenticity because I can just say it's what I wanted to say it is, but I can't just pick these random names. That's why the names are a lot of ones we never heard of. That's what I get my hands on. I mean, I like the authenticity. I don't know. I actually got the videos and stuff, so don't worry about it. I got the videos of the bags and all that shit. Because like I tell people, normally, when you buy this weed, they got bags in these smoke shops. They look at it and oh, that looks like this. Go to the smoke shop, they got the bags. That's what it is. For me, like I said, I'm an OG, so I don't do all that flim flame shit. Normally, like 95% of the time, if I get a bag, it is what it's supposed to be. The other day, I got some shit, didn't even know what it was. It ended up being some strain that little baby got out. I mean, I come across stuff all the time, and then people know I do this review shit, so they give me stuff to smoke and stuff like that during, the review. And then, I also still buy weed all the time too. So it is what it is. The next reviews that'll be coming out, because like I said, we still got the next couple episodes because I'm gonna go ahead and run all these Hall of Fame flavors out that I got. So like I said, we doing the Zours episode, the regular Zours. We also gonna do the Super Sours and the Candy Sours, because there's a few of them. But the next few episodes coming up, we gonna definitely have to review this LA Runts, some gas. The lemon cherry zittles, it was okay. As it set, it got better. But if I had my pick, I had some dirty Sprite. That dirty Sprite with some gas. Dirty Sprite breath, I think it's called. But like I said, even if you see no cough, it's real smooth. I mean, if you hit it super hard, like what's up, yeah, you gonna get a cough. But I've been smoking it, so I know how to smoke it. I know you don't need a good deep hit. Everything got to be hit like a crack pipe. Definitely when it's good weed. Because I like to just sit and enjoy it, and the taste of this shit is immaculate. And another thing about it, I'll tell you, for your weed connoisseurs, a lot of this weed breaks up dusty. This weed doesn't. When you break it up, it breaks up into tiny buds. So like you got one big bud and it breaks up into a bunch of little buds. That's why every L looks so, look a little bigger than the usual ones that I smoke because for that reason, the way it breaks up so buddy, that it makes the L look bigger because it doesn't go down to a dust form like some of the other ones. So that's definitely a good thing about it. But if you ever out in Cali or any of the places that's big, and y'all see this strain, try it. Try it. Sours is their work. I mean, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. Um, for me myself, like I tell people, I don't highly recommend many ones, but so far, out of the ones that we have done on this show, this has been my highest recommended one because this has been some of the best ones. Last week I actually had some more official gumbo. I'm talking about official. So I mean, and that shit was some gas. But but I'm still reach for this first ball. Uh, it's like a consistent and that punch is just mm. And I mean, like I tell people, I like them flowers to where I be buzzed and they just keep me climbing. Like that's how you know you got some gas. When you got some shit and you just be maintaining, oh, I'm just a little high. Oh, I got way higher than I was when I started to I mean, like this is what this shit do to you. Look, it's still a nice amount of it left. That's why I be saying quality over quantity is sometimes a good thing for sure. And I mean, like, not to get on the preaching note, but like I do tell people, we smoke weed, we eat food, we drink alcohol, we do a lot of things to our body. So for me, I try to make sure that I put the best spiritives in it. That's why I try to also make sure I try to find a good natural cigar. Um, I always try to make sure, that I keep my stuff on the up and up. I don't like the weed that looks sprayed. I'm real particular because I ain't no young cat. I ain't no old lady either, but I ain't no young cat. So I gotta be careful what I do to myself and what I adjust into my body. So like I tell people every video, man, just make sure you trust the people that you obtain your stuff from. And I don't want to come back with kidney problems, all types of shit. I don't know what they be putting on this weed or what they be doing to it. But always make sure you be careful when you obtaining your product. Even when you go to dispensaries, I mean, dispensaries are getting it from growers. Growers, they don't know. And I seriously doubt they ain't picking bud out of every single bag, testing it to make sure it's safe. So everywhere you have to watch yourself. Everywhere you have to watch yourself. Um, but but if you ever remember, Hall of Flame. Remember that. It's ours. If y'all ever in and out, y'all see this shit, get you some Zours. To me, like I said, it's one of the best strains I've smoked in quite some time. I mean, don't get me wrong, I have had some crazy, crazy packs. Um, I don't really like to talk about what I can't get my hands on no more. One of them I can't get my hands on. Y'all actually will get a episode with it because I actually get to go. Yeah, one of the other strongest kinds I had like this. I get a chance to obtain it again. So we gonna definitely shoot an episode based around that one for sure. I mean, that'll be an out of state episode because, like I said, it ain't even in the city. It's where, somewhere else. But when I get there, I definitely will shoot an episode reviewing that, for the people that ever might come across it, or even if the shit might make it, you know. Remember where y'all heard it from first. I don't even want to say nothing because I can't get my hands on it right now. But always remember. But like I said, this brand right, this strain is very unique because as y'all see, I have a lot of, information about it. That's because, like I said, I was closer to the people was who gets it, and it's a very very selective few people that has it. From what I understand, it's only two, and even in the process, like I said, if you are able to come across it, I mean, I know a lot of people travel, and one thing about a strain this good is probably in dispensaries everywhere. It's probably all over California. It's probably all over Las Vegas, Denver, New York. It's probably everywhere. And see, that's the thing where people gotta understand where I'm starting to notice where cats are getting smart at. They putting their gas straight in the dispensary, which I agree why, you know, no risk. Because if you let it go out here, indictments come later on because you gotta tell the government how the fuck is all this weed on the street and it's yours. You the only one have it. They gotta go to you to get it, but it's a ton of it out here. That doesn't make sense. So I understand the route of going the legal route and put it in dispensaries. Yeah, you might not make as much as fast because you gotta sell beside a lot of other ones. But at the end of the day, it's nothing wrong with taking that route because if you are able to build a fan base around your strands, or if you are able to get it off the ground, you make that money legally. And I mean, at the end of the day, I ain't, my math good. You talking about $60 an eighth? So you talking about $120 a seven? It's four sevens in a circle. So that's $480 for an ounce. Do the math. Probably gonna be discounted in the dispensary for about 450, 4 450, 430. But just think, 430. Let's just stay at four and a quarter. 16 zips in a pound. See what I'm saying? Just saying. We going back to them 05, 06 spot of 7,000 a pound. So you can go on the street. You gonna get your 21, 22, 24, 25, but I'm getting 7 a while. I take that because I'm getting almost 3 times of what you getting, and I can get it legally. No looking over my shoulder. Niggas can go grab my shit. Man, I respect niggas who take the dispensary. I understand it. It's like, to be honest, for me, if I had the money and the power, that's what I would have done. I would have created my own strand, put it in dispensaries, and promoted it like no other. But to do that, you looking at probably close to $250,000 or more, because you got to pay these scientists to develop your strain. You got to go through the trial and error. You got to go through the time. Then once it's done, you probably gonna be about 50 to 75,000 in the hole when you actually probably finalize, as if you ain't at 100. By the time you find a strand and be like, all right, I think this is the one, because this is what your name is going. This is what you run around handing out, people saying this is me. So that shit got to knock motherfucker socks off. That takes time. The first joint ain't gonna always be that. Um, so that's the main part. Then after you finish and get to the final steps, you just got a perfection. So now once you get to perfection, you have your seeds. Now you have to put those seeds to work. So now you got another 3 to 6 months paying these people for their time to finish growing it after you done already spent the 100K. So now you running into a whole nother 75 to 100K just to get your flower in your hand. So now you 200K in a hole and you just got your first yield. So now, thinking about it the legal way, I can grow my a whole warehouse full. So I can already educatedly grow 4 to 5 million worth, just because I know I gotta spend 200,000 just to get rolling. So by the time I'm finished, I might be 250,000 in the hole, but then I got $5 million worth of product which I can get rid of. So I do see the potentials of doing it. What a lot of people do is they get companies to invest into them. Um, Honestly, I'm only saying this because this is something you will probably see me doing in the near future. I really try to wish I can do it now, because for me to be a reviewer of something, you have to know it, you have to love it. I know Bud, I love Bud. I got decades of information on it. People always say I think too much, just roll up. Nah, I do gotta know. See what I'm saying? I used to try to figure out where Reggie was coming from. What kind of Reggie is this? That shit got red hairs, orange hairs, all like that was always me. So you can't, nobody will be surprised to see me in a space like this, or for me to see me in a space like that. And I know a lot of people would take my recommendation because they know how I smoke, how much I smoke, and really they know I don't spare no expense when it comes to bud. If I want some gas pack, I'm gonna pay for some gas pack. I don't really care. I ain't gonna say it's I'm pay $500, Gilly, but I might be gracious enough to go in there and get an A for each, because for two reasons. It's something that's made from somebody in the city, and I tell people all the time, this platform right here, this video may never get seen for a while, due to whatever YouTube has, but you will see it eventually, and y'all understand. I made a lot of things in this city. Like I said, the same way I'm eager enough to make this platform, all this shit was done overnight. Logos, backgrounds, websites, all that shit was overnight. Because in my mind, I am just that good at what I do. But I do it without the support of my city. And I was just telling somebody that a few months ago, off topic, and we're gonna leave off with this, but it's a good info. But I was just telling somebody a few weeks ago, if you look at successful people, now some successful people go away, gain notoriety, and then come back rich. And then now they have popularity where they came from. Some people gain notoriety where they came from and want everybody else want to know why is this person so popular. So then their popularity grows from that. That's what you call the freeway and the other way. So when you get to a point of stuff like that, like I said, I'm gonna go out there because being though is that Gilly is from Philly, I smoke weed. If I didn't go and try that shit, I am a bona fide hater because I will smoke anybody else fucking weed, but I won't smoke that man weed who from my city. But it is gonna be a lot of gay niggas here that's not gonna do it. They'll probably smoke it through way of niggas, but preferably get up, go to the store, and drop that bean 80. Nah, these broke ass niggas. I ain't gonna say broke ass niggas. It's just the haters that real. Just because they know deep down inside they supporting one of their own. I'm just telling you, fuck around, be a lot of niggas won't try it just out of hate. And like I said, you know, I got the gas. I'm smoking on shit like he's smoking on. Yeah, Gilly, come holler at me. Ain't no dookie nowhere around me. But it's a simple fact of support because that's how it is. And I always tell people in the city, I buy clothes, I come to restaurants. Like people want to see my face and like, damn, boy, we used to be in here drawing. Yeah. But at the end of the day, it was just a simple fact because I always was a supporter. Um, I always understood that the city take care of the city, neighborhood take care of neighborhood, friends take care of friends, just like family. Everything works together. So if a restaurant open up, yeah, I'm gonna go try it. It's only right. I don't care about how many people in line. It's a simple fact. Well, damn, I can say one day, damn, I put $1 in that register. Make me feel good. It's black owned, it's in my city, and I help. See what I'm saying? I want wonder, wow, that shit nasty. I mean, like the area that John and like, nah, man, nah, that's not me. So even though, and I tell people that's why I'm a unique guy to me and to people around me. I don't get support, but I still support. Never stop. Because it don't matter to me because what I learned was from previous success, I was able to build an 80 to 100K following of people in the United Kingdom. That's more people than I have on Facebook 50 times, social medias and everything. And those people follow whatever I did. So the same way that people was able to move around with I was able to do it. Yeah, it wasn't from the people in my city. So I do feel how it feel to be supported. That's what keeps me supported. And I remember never at a point that I say, man, fuck that. My own say I'm moving to UK. No, I stay here the whole time. And the people in the UK, like I said, they fuck with this what I was doing. They didn't care whether I was from the United States or not. And like I said, same thing. I mean, even when, like I said, I grew the following probably the more than that, but it still made me feel good and it made me not, I know how it is. Like I said, when you support it, it feel fine. But even when I wasn't, I still was the same person. Still bought anything somebody I knew was selling. Just on the strand, I try it. I buy it and give it away. So I mean, that's why I say people is just it's just good to let y'all know when you do these reviews. I mean, when I do these reviews, I'm not paid for by nobody except for Heart and Stripes. Any whatever business venture that money invests into putting in this show, that's the only person that owns it. I do this shit genuinely from out of the greatest of my heart. Nobody paid me to put this platform together. I pay for all my food. I pay for all my flour. So at the end of the day, like I tell people, even then, I still support. I gotta order this food from a restaurant, small business, local. I'm still supporting. Eventually, I will stop using delivery platforms because it kind of kills the authenticity. And this is definitely something I'm gonna end up with to show people. A lot of times when I do the reviews, the reason why I don't show the food as much is because the reason why I have the ability to get all this food is because I ordered through DoorDash and Uber Eats. No shade. But when it gets to me, it looks horrible. So I'm not gonna put that food on camera and downgrade an establishment which had some very good food because the way it was handled after it left them. That's the last time I would say this. So a lot of times when y'all wonder why he don't ever show the food, that's why. If it comes to me looking cool, I'll show it to you. But some of that shit be crazy. Like I literally be having to go in there and flip it back over and put stuff together and wipe insides and stuff out. Yeah, a couple of them before I turn that camera, which I don't think is fair to the restaurant and I don't think it's fair to y'all. So, moving forward, I will definitely be getting you a more presentable portion where you can see kind of like my episode with First Donuts where I came straight out the store and want recording because a lot of the places I do go to. So, because like I said, I found these stores and discovered a lot of places I put on there by traveling or having people in that area. So I still go to those areas to visit. I still go through there to buy certain stuff they might sell that's one off to area and things like that. So that's where the whole repertoire of these stores came from, or the ones that I do show. But eventually, like I said, I will go to them. Even at that time, it will still be on a low key situation. I'm not walking in with cameras. Nah, go in there. I'm gonna order my food. I come back out in the car. I show it to y'all guys, and then we'll do something more like one of these later on. I'm not going to drive all the way from South Street with an Ishkabibble cheese steak. It'll be cold before I get home in Saki. How we gonna review that? So like I said, I'll probably go in the store, wrap it, show it to y'all guys fresh out the store, piping hot steaming, and then part two will be more one-on-one intimate situation. I can tell y'all how it tasted. Was the meat overcooked? Um, did you taste the grill taste? It's a lot of things you deal with, with dealing with food. Was the fryers clean? Things like that. Because that's what these guys don't say. And that's what I care about. My homie really went in the store the other day. We love this store. They gonna get a review too, but we actually love this store. We went there the other day, and my homie literally gave his homemade drink back because he said the filter in the machine tastes like it wasn't clean. I get my drink, man, it wasn't really. It did taste different from the other days. To me, it could taste kind of like they use artificial sweetener. But why would you use sugar every other day and then now you use artificial sweetener? So maybe he was correct. That store didn't clean their filter. They are a very popular store. I could tell it's one of those stores they probably clean the grill, take the trash out, wipe everything down, and they haul ass out the door. I don't think they worry about cleaning filters and soaking insides and all that stuff. I don't know, but those are the little things that I don't feel should be hid from the people because one, it gives them an opinion of what they want to go deal with these people, but then it also gives the establishment reason and knowledge to know to fix these things before anybody else sees it who can really be an asshole and oh don't go to that place, they're disgusting all over a drink. No, we ain't gonna do that. The food is immaculate. I love it myself. Still gonna keep ordering. Just ain't gonna get no homemade drink or whatever flavor my man got, but the food is great. Cause like I said, you get people that get the mind racing and be like, well, damn, if the filter ain't clean, is the grill clean? That's a whole nother story. And like I tell people, being in the city of Philadelphia, because people will see this that does not live here. Philadelphia has grill etiquette. If you go in the store, A lot of stores have 4 to 8 or 4 to 6 foot grills, and they have dividers where they have parts sectioned off, where they cook Pacific meatballs, where it doesn't contaminate the grill. That's one good thing about up here because I know down south, I literally got a chicken product that made my stomach fucked up instantly. And I knew for a fact because they probably cooked somebody's beef burger right there, or a piece probably even fried a pork chop there. So in Philly, we do have grill etiquette. Even the little corner stores even have respect for grill etiquette. So that's one thing that we definitely don't have to worry about. I mean, I don't know about clean grills, that's a different story. But as far as food contamination, we are pretty good with it here. That's one thing I missed about being back in Philly. And that's the reason why I didn't launch this platform from where I was at. Because like I said, I can't sit here and cap to y'all and be like, yeah, man, this food drawn, and then I've been sick for 2 days. I'm gonna sit there and smile, oh, this shit slim, and then I'm gonna show y'all the side of me in the bathroom too. That's why I said it's a 50-50. But I know at home, I know I get more rock solid food. I know we care more about quality, bigger shrimp. Everything is a lot better here compared to where I was. I mean, we got some restaurants that I'm definitely gonna do when I visit down there for sure. But at the end of the day, I just know that the quality of food that we have is better. So, it is what it is. But as always, make sure you guys check out the sponsor, Heart and Stripes Clothing. Got some new apparel coming out any day now. Just waiting. Varsity jackets, hoodies, hoodie season, of course, sweatsuits, things and so forth. Um, just a lot. Ushering a new era for the Urban Tasters. Urban Tasters, aka I guess you would call it my Born Guy Studios. Should be up and running soon, you know. And we go from there, man. See what we can cook up for y'all guys, you know. Just can't wait, man. I mean, it's just a lot transferring on. I mean, doing these videos for you guys. I mean, for me, it's never enough time in the day because if it was, I would be doing them all day. I mean, but I can't eat all day. And I did sure can't smoke all that kind of stuff. So for that reason, I do them when I can. I promise. I'm definitely gonna guarantee y'all one a week. I really want to bump it up to two, and the way that the new format is probably gonna go, I'm gonna try to keep it like this probably until like maybe around October, no, maybe about November. Like I said, I'm doing a bunch of work in the house, so it's kind of hard for me to keep accurate because I'll be having to move equipment around and stuff like that. But once I get the studio set up and everything, which will be real soon, probably by the end of the week. But I'll be able to, to do a little bit more as far as with the content. As far as like the live stream, I always told people, we do a lot of funny shit pre-gaming for these podcasts. Even me by myself, me joking around, fucking around with the music, talking shit to the people that be at the crib. I mean, even though it be virtual background, there do be people behind here. So I mean, it's just, a little cool knick-knack shit. That way people get to meet the people that be around and shit like that. Kind of like to build, show people everything with me is like a family situation. Everything is very tight knit. Um, it's just a real good thing, and y'all get to see a little bit more behind the platform because, like I said, for me, I'm not just the face of this. I also use my face on other various platforms that I also, created, which is shit talking time. Damn, I miss shit talking time. Man, that's another one. I was trying to wait for it to get a little cold. I definitely should be killing this politician stuff, but shit talking time was one of them unique ones. It was my current events. I always was a big, big love of watching the show Bill Myers every Friday. People, chicks used to be like, what the fuck is this nigga doing? Nah, I like current events and I like to stay in tune. So I had to come up, I wanted my own podcast, something like that. And me being me, always trying to keep the edge. That's the way the name felt, which was shit talking time. And that's like my baby, man. That's my baby. But I'm also co-host on another hit podcast called Chronic Cinema. And I'm also co-host on another hit podcast called Nobody's Listening. And then I have other ventures which I'm also tied into behind the scenes and things like that. So I have a lot of little obligations as far as being in front of a camera, recording, editing, promoting, and things and so forth. So it kind of take a block. Eventually, it will come at a point in time where we'll hire a crew and people to do these tasks, and then y'all get 100%. And I could spend my days just solely recording for my shows, which would definitely be cool because I got a whole different free time. So people will get a whole more energetic me, not the guy that's been running around all day long doing this and doing that and taking care of this and taking care of that because that stuff will be taken care of by someone else. These videos be chopped up, posted to social media. A lot of the work I'll do, I'll hand off. So that gives me for free time to actually create because I tell people a lot when I do my shows, it's kind of hard for me to create because I'm already thinking about how am I going to edit it? What am I going to cut out? What am I going to leave? See, so it's kind of hard. So if I pause, if I just had to just record it, all right, here, bro, go ahead and handle that for me. I can already keep my mind focused on the next show, the questions, the topics, things like that. That's what make things better. So, I mean, things are all work in process, things you just got to figure it out. And it's just always good to be able to identify things like that. So that way, to me, they're easy to fix if they're identified. The worst thing to fix is something that you can't see. So always keep that in mind. But as always, I appreciate y'all chiming in, this great episode about one of the best strains I have smoked in a while. Goes by the name of Zours. Grown by a grower out of California, goes by the name of Hall of Flames. Please check them out. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell for all new content, which it will always be once a week, maybe even twice. Definitely think about giving y'all one food, one strain, but I just have so many strands, so it just be hard. That's why the strain was override the food. I'm not a greedy dude. So, I mean, I might, I told my man I might get somebody to come in with me. That way they can help me review the food side and I can focus more on the buzz side where I like to. But, however it may go, but we'll go from here. But definitely thanks for watching another episode of Urban Tasters with your boy Girls, not me, who else. And as always, I'll see y'all guys next time.